What's up? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to be looking at what are the best maps, gears, gadgets, star powers, game modes, and skins for every brawler in the artillery class. So throwers except Barry. Okay, so starting off with Dynamite here, we're going to be looking at his best comp. For gadgets, the best one's by far Satchel Charge, so the stunning gadget. Fidget Spinner doesn't have a use case. Star Powers Demolition is way better. The jumping one can be used, the Dyna Jump, but it's not really useful. It's just more of a fun gadget. In terms of gears, you want to pick +1 is mandatory, and then you can swap in between shield and damage, though I prefer damage. And no, shield, I mean. In terms of best game mode for Dynamite, I would have to go with Solo Showdown. Having 4 stuns and then just being able to camp in a bush and kill is probably the freest way to make trophies for any brawler. For the best maps for Dynamite, I would have to go with, for Solo Showdown, Skull Creek is probably the best one, but Rock Wall Brawl is also very good. But in terms of other maps for Dynamite, Dueling Beetles and Triple Triple are pretty good. Finally, if you get onto the best Dynamite skin in the game, I would go Santa Mike. Though if you think about non-limited skins, it would probably be Romantic Dynamite. Though many people will disagree with this. So next is Barley. In terms of gadgets, Herbal Tonic is better in game modes like Hot Zone or in Heist, and Sticky Syrup is better in game modes like Brawl Ball, where a brawler will get near you. In terms of gears, I would use a mix of gear, damage, and +1. That's mostly up to you. And then in terms of star power, it's up to you. They're both very strong, so there's no real better one in my opinion. In terms of best game modes for Barley, it has to go to Hot Zone. I mean, the amount of area control you can gain with Barley, and especially his Hypercharge Super and just Super in general, is insane. In terms of best maps for Barley, I would have to go for Dueling Beetles on Hot Zone to the area control I named before, and then Hot Potato on Heist because of the area control and the walls it can use to hit the safe. The best skin by far is Swaymaster Barley, though if I had to recommend a non-limited one, it would be Unicorn Barley. Everyone's favorite brawler, Tick, is next, and for his gadgets, Last Hurrah is good against close range brawlers, while the one with 3 extra shots is better in game modes like Hot Zone, where it's about control. In terms of gears, you obviously want the 1000 HP gear, and then the second one, I think Shield is the best. And in terms of star power, you go with Tick Reload unless you're going for the Ollie glitch. Tick's best game mode has to be Hot Zone. I mean, it's a control brawler. It's all about keeping players out of an area, so it makes sense. The best Hot Zone map for him would have to be Dueling Beetles, just like with Barley. But there are other good maps for him, like Flaring Phoenix in Knockout and Shooting Star in Bounty. And now onto the best skin, and it has to go to Cerberistic. I mean, it's such a sick skin. It looks great, the animations are great. It has to go to this one. Moving on to Larian Lori. His best gadget is Order Fallback. His best gears have to be damage and +1, though you can also use the vision gear or the speed gear in bushy maps. And then I would go with Protocol Protect, though Protocol Assist is also pretty good. Though I've never used it, so I can't vouch for it. His best game mode would either have to be Gem Grab or Brawl Ball. I'm not sure which one is better, but he's very strong in both. The best maps for Larian Lori would probably have to be, for Brawl Ball, Beach Ball, and Sneaky Fields. As you can see, they has a right setup of walls for him to be strong in. Parallel plays, Larian Lori helps a lot against tankier brawlers, and it has the wall so it can stay in the zone while still doing damage. And it's a very similar thing with Crystal Arcade. The best skin for Larian Lori is obviously Glitched Larian Lori, because I don't even think they have a different skin. Next is Sprout, and his setup is pretty simple. His best star power is by far Overgrowth. You only want to use Transplant, and for gears, you need the epic star power, the supercharge rate. That's mandatory. And then you can use Shield, or you can use +1. That's up to you. His best map right now is Bounty, and you could say Heist, though he's just not really good right now, so I can't say which one he's best in. For best maps, I'd have to go Shooting Star or Hot Potato. Though, if you're going to pick him, only pick as the last pick if you're playing in Ranked, because it's very easy to counter Sprout. Finally, we're back at skins, and I would say the best skin has to be Aquamarine Sprout. It suits his personality perfectly, though there are a lot of other great skins for him, so it's really up to you. Moving on to Grom, I have to say I don't play Grom much, but I know his best gadget is Radio Check, unless you're playing really bushy maps, and then you can play Watchtower. His best gadgets, +1, vision can work, damage, that's about it, shield. In terms of star powers, I would have to go X Factor. I don't see much of a use case for Foot Patrol. His best map would probably have to be something like Heist. Though he doesn't, yeah, it's the same. He doesn't really have a good map. He's not a good brawler at all. He's probably in the F tier right now. The best maps for Grom would be Safe Zone and Bell's Rock when you have Radio Check at the start. And then if you're using Watchtower, and this is only if you have a comp, you're playing with friends, or you're playing in ranked with friends, you can use Watchtower in Snake Prairie, and there it can be pretty strong. The best skin for Grom has to be Dace's Grom. It's just a notch above Bunny Grom, but that's probably because it's a mythic skin. Finally, we have our last brawler, Willow. And in terms of gadgets, I would have to go with Elementalist. I think the Voodoo one does have its use cases, but the Elementalist is just a lot stronger. In terms of gears, I think it has to go with either speed gear and damage gear, or damage gear and shield gear, or even the +1 gear works. And then in terms of star powers, either one works. That's up to you, though I personally prefer the slowing one. For his best map, or her best map, there is no best map, I would say. You could say Gem Grab maybe, or Brawl Ball, though she's just strong in every single map right now. She's S tier. Yeah, as I said, she's strong in every single map, but just to name two, I thought 4 levels, because all 3 elements are there, and Acid Lakes were very good examples of maps she'd excel even more in, unlike open maps or something, or maps without water, so she can't stall, stuff like that. And then her best skin is obviously Unlucky Choo-Choo, because she doesn't have any other skin. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and please like and subscribe if you thought it was a good video.